Nike just announced Alex Eala as their new brand ambassador in women's tennis, which is one of the most audacious and startling decisions in modern sports marketing history. Even more shocking, though, is that the sports behemoth passed up signing world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka and world number 2 Eala, two of the best tennis players in the world right now. Rather, Nike has bet on Eala, a budding Filipino superstar. Additionally, the entire tennis community is being rocked by this decision. Although there have been rumors of Eala and Nike working together for some time, the two companies only officially announced their relationship yesterday during an exclusive ceremony held at their offices. This event, which took place in the recently opened Alex Eala Gallery, a whole area devoted to her famous tennis moments, was a historic turning point for both Eala and the game of tennis in Southeast Asia. Nike's treatment of Eala demonstrates how much they regard her potential and that they consider her to be the future of women's tennis rather than simply another athlete. The way Nike has treated Eala from the beginning is what makes this collaboration so remarkable. This goes beyond a standard endorsement agreement in which a sportsman dons the company's apparel. Nike went all out to create a gallery showcasing Eala's most memorable tennis moments within their offices. To honor everything she has accomplished at such a young age, these moments are framed and displayed on the walls. This gesture is not insignificant. Nike is honoring Eala's journey in a manner that is uncommon for any athlete, much less one at this early stage of their career. In addition to the gallery, Nike created a pair of shoes especially for Eala. A very important and intimate gesture to express her value. This personalized shoe is much more than a mere item. It's a declaration from Nike that they genuinely care about Eala's future and are prepared to go above and above to make her feel genuinely unique. Additionally, the deal is equally amazing. The contract is reportedly for an incredible $45 million over 3 years, with performance bonuses that might increase the whole value even further. However, the role that Eala is being given within the Nike ecosystem is what really distinguishes this agreement from other endorsement deals. She receives more than just compensation for playing on the court in Nike apparel. She is being positioned by Nike as the brand's official spokesperson in Southeast Asia. This implies that Eala will be highlighted in exclusive clothing designs, international advertising campaigns, and given a degree of exposure typically only the most prestigious athletes on Nike's roster receive. When you stand back and consider the wider picture, the rationale behind this audacious decision becomes more apparent. Nike has been keeping a close eye on Eala for a while, and based on their observations, they are sure that she embodies something genuinely unique in the sports industry. The ascent of Eala has been nothing short of spectacular. Almost nothing else in the sport at the moment can match her capacity to create excitement wherever she competes. She plays more than just tennis. Particularly in the Philippines and the larger Southeast Asian region, she is a cultural phenomena. Millions of people look up to Eala and have lofty aspirations because she is a symbol of pride and potential. Nike was not the only company to notice Eala's potential and realized that she represents a once-in-a-generation opportunity. She was being actively pursued by Adidas and New Balance as well, and Nike was aware of the intense rivalry. Given that golf became one of the sport's most recognizable and well-known athletes, Nike made an expensive error in losing Coco Golf to New Balance. Nike was determined not to repeat the same error. The writing on the wall was visible to them. And they moved quickly, bringing everything they had to the table when the chance to work with Eala presented itself. However, this is where the narrative drastically changes. Point 1 that has shocked the tennis community. As Nike lavishes Eala with attention, personalized footwear, and a huge endorsement agreement, they have been treating Aryna Sabalenka, their current star, in a totally different manner. It's difficult to overlook the extreme difference in the two athletes' treatment. The top country in the globe is Sabalenka. She has won several Grand Slam titles. She has worked for Nike for many years and has accomplished things that very few tennis players in history have. Nevertheless, Sabalenka was denied a special suit that would have reflected her reputation as the world's best player when she approached Nike about it. Yes, you heard correctly. Nike categorically declined to give her the personalized care she requested. The same brand that recently constructed an entire gallery for a young rising star and offered her a $45 million deal told the world number 1, a player who has dominated the sport and accumulated several honors, that she wasn't deserving of a personalized costume.
And yeah, unfortunately next season it's not going to be that special for me, but exactly.
The tennis community has taken notice of this glaring disparity in treatment, which is a smack in the face to Sabalenka. It raises the question of why, Despite Sabalenka being at the top of the sport, Nike would choose to give Eala so much attention while ostensibly ignoring her. There have been rumors that Sabalenka and Nike's relationship has been subtly declining for a while. Following Coco Gauff's triumph at Roland Garros, Sabalenka made provocative remarks that apparently caused discomfort for Nike, a company that is extremely concerned about its public image. These remarks were the first indications of trouble. Nike didn't want to be linked to any issue, and it signaled the start of a noticeable change in their approach to their world number one. However, it didn't end there. Tension increased after Sabalenka's well-publicized loss to Madison Keys at the U.S. Open. Then followed the events leading up to the WTA Finals, which allegedly caused the relationship to deteriorate. Serious accusations concerning Sabalenka's conduct following her defeat to Elena Rybakina in the final were among the concerning concerns regarding her behavior toward her opponents. If these claims are accurate, they reflect the kind of unfavorable connotation Nike tries to steer clear of. Since then, it appears that the company has been actively and publicly distancing itself from Sabalenka, a major setback to her reputation as a great athlete. Sabalenka herself has stated that Nike would no longer be making special gowns for her. According to those with intimate knowledge of the matter, Sabalenka has been contacting Nike in an effort to mend the connection, but all signs point to the partnership's decline. It appears that Nike and Sabalenka's partnership might not last the remainder of the season unless something significant changes. Nike's choice to sign Eala while separating from Sabalenka ultimately demonstrates how cunning and brutal the sports marketing industry can be. Nike believes Eala is the future and is prepared to place a large wager on her potential to become a global icon as well as a tennis player. Despite her accomplishments and success, Sabalenka appears to be caught up in the consequences from Nike's changing goals and issues. The two athletes' treatment differs greatly from one another, and this story will continue to develop over the next few months. For Alex Eala, this is only the start of what looks to be an incredible journey with Nike. It's impossible to predict how far she can go when one of the most powerful companies in the world is on her side. In the realm of women's tennis, Eala is now Nike's bright spot, and they're making sure that everyone is aware of it.